Hi, I'm Linda Ferguson of NLP Canada Training. This weekend, we are running a free workshop. It's called What's Different When You're Certified? And it turns out this isn't just for new people. It is for people who've already been certified who are having trouble putting words to the changes that they notice in their life after certification. And for people who want to explain to their friends what happened. So I'm going to give you a really quick rundown. If you missed the workshop, that's too bad. But the components I'm going to talk about, we train twice a month in free evening workshops. So you're welcome to come and try it out. If you're convinced, you can just sign up for our next NLP practitioner certification. And at the very least, I hope it inspires some thoughts and maybe some conversations about what you want life to be and what you think makes life better. So, where we start in NLP is something we call state. And state is how you are thinking and feeling at a particular moment. And as you become more self aware, more aware of your own state, two things happen. One, you stop feeling like your emotions are kind of imposed on you like a virus and that you just have to wait them out. You start feeling like there is a connection between what you want, what you've experienced before, and what you're feeling now. And as you notice that, you can ask yourself, do I like this? Is it working for me? And if it's not, you can change it. Now, out there in the world, people often act as though, well, I'm anxious. What can I do? It's just who I am. Actually, there's a lot you can do. There are a lot of different, simple, practical ways to make small changes in your state so that over maybe 4 small changes, you have stepped away into a much more useful state for whatever situation you're in. You know yourself, you know what you want, you match up. How am I feeling now with what do I need? And there are a lot of different practices that help you learn the states you want to be in more often and change your state if you don't like it. You can also learn to change your relationships. And again, out there in the world, there is a lot of conversation about, it just didn't work. What does that mean? It means something in the way two people chose to connect wasn't good for both of them. You can make different choices, or you can choose to end a relationship. But either way, it's something you can decide, not something that just happens. It's not a matter of, oh, it's a personality clash. What can we do? There's always something you can do. And NLP helps you understand why relationships, especially with people who are difficult or different, can be useful to you and how to manage them so that they don't become disruptive. Part of how you change your relationship is you can change the way you think about language. And instead of being concerned about language being correct or not correct, or just trying to imitate language other people use without really understanding, is it working and is it effective? You learn to think in a very simple, direct way about how can I use the words I choose to build agreement, to get a connection. And when I do, how can I change the words I use to become more specific and more direct so that action happens, so that stuff changes and gets done. And this movement to become more general, to build agreement, to become more specific, to get things done is such a simple idea that you can use it every day, all day, whenever you notice that your conversation isn't going quite the way you wanted it to go. You can say, do I need more action here or do I need more agreement? And then you have some tools for putting that in. And the last thing that is really going to change, and this is not quite the order in which you'll do it in a class, but it is important, is you stop trying to know what you want as though it's there somewhere just out of reach and you have to explore until you find it. And you start deciding what you want. You start being an active participant in knowing yourself so well that you make your best guess about what the best next step is. And then you make that happen, and then you evaluate the results over and over. And this gives you the ability to act in an uncertain world. It gives you the ability to look at the world and identify opportunities for growth and well-being that you might not notice if you hadn't decided what was important to you. If you are somebody who knows where you're at, knows how to change it if you don't like it, knows how to build connection, can make your words support what you want in relationships, and can decide what you want, your life will be different. You will experience less frustration and more movement. And that's what changes when you're certified. For more information, visit us at nlpcanada.com.